Only one group dares to challenge this intergalactic threat, the Super Friends.
Hey everybody, Rez the Collector here with another Superman statue review. As you can see, today we've got the Kingdom Come statue by Alex Ross, and I think it's actually sculpted by Alex Ross himself. The master was painted by Tim Bruckner. He actually, when I posted the pictures of this on Facebook, Tim actually commented on it and told me that he's the one that did the master paint on it. Amazing statue. Wasn't intending to pick this guy up today. What happened was I'd seen some of the people on some of the groups I'm in have been getting the Crime Syndicate figures, and I've had the Ultraman pre-ordered for quite a while, and actually Amazon said he was going to be released on February 24th, and he wasn't. And then the rest of them, well, Owlman and Johnny Quick with Atomica, were not supposed to be released until the end of this month, but I'd seen some people getting them, and I thought, well, you know what, I want to check these out. I hadn't really been planning on picking either one of them up, but just seeing them in the packaging, at least the Owlman himself was cool. I mean, Johnny Quick was cool, but that Owlman figure is awesome. So I thought, well, you know what, I'm going to go to a little comic book shop about an hour south of me. I'd never been there before, decided to go check it out. Talked my wife into it, with bribing her with like lunch and like a little mini date thing, so I could get to a comic book store. But went in there, and of course they didn't have the Crime Syndicate figures, but they did have this guy sitting in one of their one of their cabinets, one of their IKEA cabinets. There was a couple other. They had a Superman bust in there. There was another Alex Ross, a smaller one, the one where he's tearing open the suit with the symbol under it. I believe that's also an Alex Ross. And then, of course, there was this one. And he caught my attention right away because I do love the Kingdom Come costume. It's such a natural progression from the classic into what this is. You know, it's an older Superman. He even has sort of Alex Ross does. He even has sort of like a little double chin going on, or at least a thicker chin. He's got a much thicker body, and just the pose that he's in, just this quiet, almost like prayer pose. It's awesome. So I was like, screw it, I gotta have him. I debated it for a couple minutes, but I was like, no, I gotta get this. And he is a limited edition. There's only 3,000 of them. He's a pretty big statue. They did have him out of the box and on display, and the DTOF cabinets, they're not completely sealed. I know I've talked to a couple people. I've talked to Stu about it for one, and he said that he doesn't really have a dust issue, but they did have some dust in there, and I have cleaned him up a little bit. He could probably use a little bit more, but I'm going to need to get those nooks and crannies, like where his arms are coming across the torso. I'm going to need to like get a Q-tip for that and really get in there. Of course, always use a dry Q-tip because you don't want to use anything, even sometimes water, to get these things clean because you can damage the paint. So enough about that. Let's take a closer look at the box. Now you can see here a wonderful profile view of the statue. Now the sides each have the same image but different wording. This one, of course, says based on the original statue designed and sculpted by Alex Ross. And there we go, just the profile view. And then the back view is very similar to the front. And then again, that same side, that same image, but it also includes the official certificate of authenticity, which I haven't gotten any of my other figures, which is very cool to see. I left that in the box because I don't really feel the need to display that, and it's nice to just keep it in the box. And then, of course, it gives the statue's measurements: 9 inches tall, 6 1/4 inches wide, and 3 inches deep. So let's go ahead and spin that back to the front, and then move it out of the way. Yeah, sorry about that. Alright, so as you can see here, we've got the statue sitting there, and we're going to move the tripod closer so we can get a good view of him. He looks kind of small from how far back I was, but I needed to do that for get as much of that box in there. Sorry about that, guys. Box in there as possible. So let's angle this down just a little bit. There we go. All right, and take a nice look at the statue himself. I'm still not happy with that angle. Sorry, guys. All right, there we go. As you can see, it's an amazing sculpt. You can see that little bit of a double chin I was talking about there. You can see the gray hair, and it's almost, it's like I said, it's like a praying pose. It's peaceful looking. You can see that black and red S from the Kingdom Come series. You can see that the belt is a black instead of the old gold, and that's the major differences are the S and the belt themselves. Other than that, it's pretty much the classic costume. I mean, you've got the red undies, the cape. Now, normally in like the Alex Ross figures, at least, the cape droops down a little bit more than this. This is only coming down to here, but the sculpting on this is quite amazing. Alex Ross did an amazing job on this. And of course, I'd love to see Bruckner's master paint, the one that he did the master paint job, because I'm sure that is just phenomenal to see. You can see a little bit of the dust here, and here I've taken some very soft napkins and gotten most of it out, but like I said, I'm going to need to use a Q-tip to get the rest. And just the relaxed positions of not only his shoulders, you can see his shoulders are relaxed and down. The face is very peaceful. The hands look very natural the way he's holding them. And that's Alex Ross's style. I mean, he goes for a very photorealistic look in his artwork. Of course, I'm sure every one of us is familiar with things that Alex Ross has done, be it his actual work in comics or his figures. I'm sure each and every single person watching this video has probably something that Mr. Ross has done. I know I've got quite a few of the figures. I know most of you that are going to be watching this have quite a few. Let's go ahead, and I'm just going to lift him up instead of angling that camera again. As you can see, he's on a similar type of base to what the Alex Ross figures were on. It's just not silver and black, it's a straight black, and it's much narrower, but it does still have those rounded side pieces. And as you can see, it does have the Man of Steel, nice bronze type plate there on the front. Of course, we have the classic boots. We've got that long cape going down almost to the ground. Just a beautiful, beautiful statue. And like I said, I had no intention of picking this guy up today, but once I laid eyes on him, I mean, I saw him just sitting in that cabinet, and really it was between him and that smaller statue. But I mean, after a couple of minutes of looking, there really was no choice in the matter. I mean, really, because I mean, after looking at him, it was like, okay, I've got to get him. He's a big statue. He's awesome. Actually, while I was standing in the store, I pulled out my phone and checked prices on him, and I got him for box price. I tried to talk him down a little bit, I ain't gonna lie, but I got him for box price. But I was looking online, and I wasn't seeing him going for anything lower than like $200 or $300 online. So box price was not bad. Very, like I said, very happy to get him. They had him out just for display. I've still got to get a rotating thing. As you can see, I'm just kind of spinning him around with my hands and backward and forward. Alright, I haven't really decided on where his home in the display is going to be. I've had him, since I got home today with him, he's been on the shelf with the Man of Steel statues. He doesn't, there's no room on the other statue shelf with the two Hot Toys and the two quotable Kias. There's just no room up there. And two, because those are Man of Steel statues, and his little bronze plate on the front says Man of Steel, I found it to be kind of fitting. So right now, that's his home. Whether he's going to remain there, I don't know. And of course, any of you who know me and know my collection, I tend to change things up quite often, just to have make everything new and fresh. at all times. I don't ever want to walk in here and just kind of feel that my collection's gone stagnant, that you know, oh, I just haven't done anything with it, and I don't ever want to feel that way. I like doing the articulated displays. I enjoy moving things around and getting it to look new and fresh, like I said, at all times. So I haven't decided where he's going to go for now. Most likely in that spot with the Man of Steels, and I may actually show that here at the end of the video. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for this. He's a great statue. He was a great pickup. Very excited to get him. I was very excited to get him home, get him out of the box. He is, of course, a limited edition. Like I said, he is out of 3,000. And you can see here on the bottom the Alex Ross there. He is number 587 of 3,000. And apparently he was made in 2001, which makes him 13. So great deal for that. Being a 13-year-old statue, being in the condition that he was, and getting him for box price instead of having to pay, like, you know, what they were charging online. But I am going to go ahead and show you guys where I have him, so I'm going to pause this real quick. We'll do a quick look at where he is in the display, at least for now, and then we'll finish up this video. Be right back, guys. Alright guys, I'm back, and I've kind of got him this angled off to him. I haven't decided, because I've got a light right there, and I don't want to blind you guys. But there you have it. Fits pretty good in size comparison with those. I mean, of course, he is bigger than those statues, but like the height, because that, like the Frank Quitely's up in the air and the Frank Miller's in the air, it's kind of matching his height rather nicely. So that's his spot in the cabinet. His box, of course, will go up on display on the top of the cabinet with all the rest of my statue boxes. But, of course, I want to thank you guys for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe. And this, of course, is Rez the Collector, and you have a great day.